Outsmart anyone with Niccolo Machiavelli 8 Timeless Principles for Power. Niccolo Machiavelli's principles of power, drawn primarily from the Prince and the Discourses on Livy, provide timeless strategies for gaining, maintaining, and exercising influence. Here are 8 key principles that can help you outsmart others in power dynamics. 1. Power is taken, not given. Machiavelli believed that power is never truly handed over voluntarily. Those who wait for power to come to them will be left behind, while those who actively seize it will rise to dominance. He saw history as a battleground where only the bold, strategic, and decisive thrive. How this principle works. Opportunities must be created, not hoped for. If you wait for the right moment, you might wait forever. Instead, you must create the conditions where power naturally falls into your hands. Example: Julius Caesar didn't wait for the Roman Senate to make him ruler. He crossed the Rubicon and took control. Action is more powerful than words. Power belongs to those who act, not those who merely talk about it. Machiavelli admired leaders who took decisive steps to secure their rule rather than relying on promises or persuasion. Example: Napoleon Bonaparte didn't wait to be crowned by the Pope. He took the crown and placed it on his own head. Weakness invites exploitation. Those who are passive or overly dependent on the goodwill of others will be used and discarded. Strength and assertiveness command respect. Example: leaders who hesitate or seek approval from too many people often lose their chance at power. Legitimacy is established through control, not permission. Many assume they need official approval or recognition to hold power, but true authority comes from control, not titles. Example: many rulers throughout history have taken power by force and then justified it afterward through law or propaganda. How to apply this principle in life. Seize opportunities ruthlessly. Don't wait for permission. Take initiative when you see an opening. Be decisive. Indecision weakens your position. Make clear, confident choices. Position yourself strategically. Align yourself with power centers, but don't rely on them to hand you control. Use bold moves to establish authority. Small, timid steps won't be enough. Show strength in action. Caution: the dark side of this principle. While Machiavelli encouraged taking power, he also warned against reckless aggression. If you attempt to seize power without proper strategy, you can end up crushed. The key is calculated risk-taking, striking when the time is right, but being patient when needed. 2. The ends justify the means. One of Machiavelli's most famous and controversial principles is that morality should be secondary to effectiveness when pursuing power. If an action leads to a successful outcome, then the methods used to achieve it, whether ethical or ruthless, are justified. What this principle really means. Many misunderstand this idea as a call for pure ruthlessness, but Machiavelli was more nuanced. He didn't say to be evil for its own sake, but rather that a ruler should prioritize results over moral purity. If deception secures peace, then deception is justified. If cruelty prevents greater chaos, then cruelty is necessary. If breaking a promise leads to stability, then keeping it would be foolish. Historical and modern examples. Otto von Bismarck, Realpolitik, unified Germany through manipulation, strategic wars, and political deception. Justified by the outcome, a powerful and stable German empire. The U.S. dropping atomic bombs in World War II. The means, using nuclear weapons to force Japan's surrender. The end, ending the war quickly and preventing further loss of life, at least from the American perspective. Steve Jobs and Apple's rise. Known for being ruthless with employees, taking credit for ideas, and making cutthroat business moves. The result, Apple became a tech empire. How to apply this principle in life. Focus on results, not just ethics. If playing by the rules puts you at a disadvantage, rethink the rules. Be willing to make hard choices. Sometimes, doing what's necessary means upsetting people. Control the narrative. People forgive questionable actions if they believe the outcome benefits them. The risk, why this can backfire. If you use unethical tactics without skill or justification, you can lose trust and face backlash. Machiavelli warns that if you must be deceitful or cruel, do it effectively and discreetly. 3. It's better to be feared than loved. One of Machiavelli's most famous ideas is that fear is a more reliable tool of power than love. While being loved is ideal, it makes a ruler vulnerable. Fear, on the other hand, ensures obedience and control. It is much safer to be feared than loved if one has to do without one of the two. The Prince, Machiavelli. Why fear is more reliable than love. Loyalty based on love is fragile. People are fickle, love fades, but fear endures. Love is based on emotions, and emotions change. Fear creates control. Fear makes people think twice before crossing you. It prevents betrayal because people are more afraid of consequences than they are motivated by gratitude. People respect strength, not kindness. A leader who is too generous or kind is seen as weak. People take advantage of kindness, but rarely challenge strength. Fear doesn't mean hatred. Machiavelli warns that a leader should not be cruel for no reason. Hatred leads to rebellion. Instead, use fear strategically to command respect without creating unnecessary enemies. Historical and modern examples. Julius Caesar versus Genghis Khan. Caesar was loved but was betrayed and assassinated. Genghis Khan was feared, and his empire lasted for generations. Steve Jobs' Apple. Ruthless with employees, fired people without hesitation. Feared by his team but respected, and he built one of the most successful companies in history. Vladimir Putin. Maintains power through fear and control. Critics disappear, ensuring no real opposition. How to apply this principle in life. Be respected first, liked second. Focus on commanding respect rather than pleasing people. Enforce boundaries with strength. Make it clear that crossing you has consequences. Don't be cruel without purpose. Fear is a tool, not an excuse for unnecessary cruelty. Keep people dependent on you. If they fear losing what you provide, they will stay loyal. The risk. Why fear alone is dangerous. Machiavelli warns that being hated is dangerous. Fear must be balanced with fairness. If people fear and despise you, they will plot against you. 4. Never trust blindly. Machiavelli warns that trust is a weakness if given without caution. People are driven by their own interests, and loyalty is often temporary. If you trust blindly, you expose yourself to betrayal. The promise given was a necessity of the past. The word broken is a necessity of the present. The Prince, Machiavelli. Why blind trust is dangerous. Loyalty is conditional. People will stay loyal only as long as it benefits them. The moment their interests change, they will abandon or betray you. People lie for power. History is full of rulers betrayed by those they trusted. The most dangerous enemies often come from within your own circle. Trust makes you predictable. If others know you trust easily, they can manipulate you. Keeping people uncertain makes them cautious around you. Historical and modern examples. Julius Caesar and Brutus. Caesar trusted Brutus, but Brutus joined the conspiracy to assassinate him. Richard Nixon and Watergate. Trusted his inner circle too much, and their corruption led to his downfall. Business betrayals. Many CEOs and politicians have fallen because they trusted the wrong people. How to apply this principle in life. Verify, don't assume. Trust actions, not words. Limit what you reveal. Keep important information to yourself. Test people's loyalty. Give small tests before giving big responsibilities. Expect betrayal. Plan as if betrayal is inevitable, so you're never caught off guard. The risk. Can you trust no one? Machiavelli didn't say to never trust, only to trust wisely. The key is controlled trust. Trust people only as much as necessary. Keep leverage over those you rely on. Have contingency plans in case someone turns on you. 5. Appearances matter more than reality. Machiavelli believed that perception is more powerful than truth. People judge based on what they see, not what is real. A leader doesn't have to be virtuous, only appear virtuous. Men judge generally more by the eye than by the hand, for everyone can see, but few can touch. The Prince, Machiavelli. Why appearances are more important than reality. Most people don't look beyond the surface. People don't have time or the ability to investigate the truth. They accept what they see at face value. Control the narrative, control power. Reality can be messy, but perception can be shaped. If people believe you are strong, competent, and just, they will follow, even if the truth is different. A good image protects you. Mistakes can be hidden behind a strong reputation. People forgive those they admire but attack those they perceive as weak. Historical and modern examples. JFK's television debate versus Nixon, 1960. Nixon knew more, but looked nervous and sweaty. JFK appeared confident and one public support. Social media influencers and billionaires. Many appear successful and wealthy, even if their reality is different. People trust the image, not the bank account. Vladimir Putin's strongman image projects power through media control, regardless of internal struggles. How to apply this principle in life. Master the art of image crafting. Make sure people see what you want them to see. Appear confident, even when unsure. People follow those who seem certain. Control information about you. Keep weaknesses hidden, highlight strengths. Fake it until you make it. Act successful before you actually are. The risk, when image cracks, reality strikes. If perception is too far from reality, the illusion will eventually break. The key is maintaining just enough truth to support the lie. 6. Adaptability is key. Machiavelli believed that rigid people and leaders are doomed to fail. The world is unpredictable, and those who survive are the ones who can adapt to changing circumstances. A man who is accustomed to acting in one way never changes, and he must come to ruin when times change, and he does not. The Prince, Machiavelli. Why adaptability is crucial. The world is constantly changing. What works today might not work tomorrow. If you cling to outdated strategies, you will be overtaken. Different situations require different tactics. Sometimes, brute force is needed. Other times, diplomacy works better. Knowing when to switch approaches is key to survival. Fortune favors the flexible. Machiavelli compared fortune to a river. Those who can redirect its course will thrive. Instead of fighting the current, learn to ride the waves. Historical and modern examples. Napoleon's military tactics. Adapted battlefield strategies based on opponents, constantly innovating. Netflix versus Blockbuster. Netflix evolved from DVDs to streaming, while Blockbuster refused to change and collapsed. Elon Musk's shift from PayPal to Tesla/SpaceX recognized new industries early and pivoted accordingly. How to apply this principle in life. Be willing to abandon old ways. Don't get stuck in routines if they stop working. Observe and adjust quickly. Watch trends, people, and environments, then modify your approach. Master multiple skills. The more tools you have, the easier it is to pivot. Embrace change. Don't fear it. See new situations as opportunities, not threats. The risk. Adapting too much can make you look unstable. While flexibility is important, constantly changing without strategy can make you seem unreliable. The key is to adapt with purpose, not just for the sake of change. 7. Crush your enemies completely. Machiavelli warned that half measures in dealing with enemies are dangerous. If you leave an opponent alive, they will recover, seek revenge, and become an even greater threat. The safest option? Eliminate them entirely. Men should either be treated generously or destroyed, because they take revenge for slight injuries, but cannot do so for severe ones. The Prince, Machiavelli. Why you must crush your enemies completely. A wounded enemy will seek revenge. If you harm someone but leave them standing, they will work against you in the future. A defeated rival will plot your downfall the moment they regain strength. Fear prevents future challenges. If people see you crush an enemy, others will hesitate to challenge you. It sends a clear message. Opposition comes at a high cost. Half measures create bigger problems. If you show mercy, enemies may regroup and return stronger. Example: the Treaty of Versailles, World War I, humiliated Germany but didn't destroy it, leading to World War II. Historical and modern examples. Julius Caesar and Pompey. Caesar defeated Pompey but allowed his supporters to live. Many later conspired against him, leading to his assassination. Genghis Khan's total war strategy wiped out entire rival tribes so they could never challenge him again. His empire lasted generations because there was no one left to resist. Steve Jobs versus competitors. When Apple clashed with smaller companies, Jobs didn't just compete. He destroyed them by outmarketing, out-innovating, and outsuing them. How to apply this principle in life. Don't let problems linger. If someone threatens you, handle it decisively. Make an example. When dealing with opposition, show enough strength that others think twice before crossing you. Ensure there's no comeback. When you remove an obstacle, do so completely, so it can't return later. Be ruthless when necessary. Mercy can be a weakness if given to the wrong people. The risk: crushing too much can create more enemies. Machiavelli warns that if you go too far, you might provoke hatred. The key is striking with precision, enough to eliminate the threat, but not so much that it unites others against you. 8. Keep your plan secret. Machiavelli believed that revealing your intentions too soon gives others the power to stop you. The more people know about your goals, the easier it is for them to sabotage, manipulate, or outmaneuver you. Never attempt to win by force what can be won by deception. The Prince, Machiavelli. Why you should keep your plan secret. Prevents opposition from forming. If people know your ambitions, they may try to block you before you gain strength. Many great leaders were taken down before they could execute their plans. Gives you flexibility. If no one knows your plan, you can adjust your strategy without scrutiny. Surprises create an advantage. Your enemies can't counter what they don't see coming. People will steal your ideas. Others may take credit for your plans or get ahead of you by executing them first. Historical and modern examples. Napoleon's military strategies. Kept his movements secret until the last moment, ensuring his enemies couldn't prepare. Apple's product secrecy. Steve Jobs kept upcoming innovations under strict confidentiality, maximizing impact upon launch. The Founding Fathers and the U.S. Revolution. Planned rebellion in secret to avoid British suppression before they were ready to fight. How to apply this principle in life. Move in silence. Work on your goals without announcing them. Let results speak for you. Reveal your success only when it's undeniable. Misdirect when necessary. If people ask about your plans, give vague or misleading answers. Be selective with trust. Only share critical details with those who are fully loyal. The risk. Keeping too much secret can create distrust. Machiavelli warns that being overly secretive can make people suspicious. The key is controlling information, not isolating yourself completely. Final thought. Mastering power the Machiavellian way. Machiavelli's 8 timeless principles are not about being evil. They're about understanding human nature and playing the game of power wisely. The world is ruthless, and those who survive are the ones who think strategically, act decisively, and control their own destiny. Key takeaways. Heavy checkmark. Power is taken, not given. You must seize opportunities, not wait for them. Heavy checkmark. The ends justify the means. Results matter more than how you achieve them. Heavy checkmark. It's better to be feared than loved. Respect and control come from strength. Heavy checkmark. Never trust blindly. People are loyal only when it benefits them. Heavy checkmark. Appearances matter more than reality. Perception shapes influence. Heavy checkmark. Adaptability is key. The ability to change ensures survival. Heavy checkmark. Crush your enemies completely. Never leave a threat alive. Heavy checkmark. Keep your plan secret. Mystery protects you from sabotage. Machiavelli didn't advocate unnecessary cruelty. He simply revealed the harsh truths of power. In a world where people manipulate, betray, and deceive, these principles ensure you stay ahead, survive, and thrive.